The entire Bible is written about you and what happens when you go through a spiritual awakening. It's talking about moving from the left, the materialistic part of who you are, to the right brain, which is the spiritual, intuitive, artistic self. And you see this in the entire Bible once you learn to read it, not literally, but esoterically. And just stick with me because I'm going to try to make a lot of this make sense for when you reread it. So when we're going through Genesis, right, you have Adam and Eve, then we have Abraham and Lot, Cain and Abel. All of this is your left brain killing off your right brain, right? Your spiritual self, your material self always winning over and over again. What happens? Then finally, when Abraham goes to meet King Sodom is like, bring me all the people and I'll give you anything you want. And he finally is like, no. And this is the moment in the Bible when your spiritual self, your right brain, starts to overcome the materialistic, domestic side of who you are. And it's like, you know what? I want to experience the spiritual side of who I am, right? Then we have the circumcision that happens. Circumcision in the Bible is literally cutting away of egoic attachments. When the Bible is talking about cattle versus sheep, when it says cattle, it's talking about low domestic thoughts. Sheep is higher vibrational thoughts. When we talk about Joseph getting thrown into the pit, Jesus getting thrown into the pit, this is the shadow work that happens. When it says east or right, it's always talking about moving to the right hemisphere of the brain, the spiritual side. Even here when Jacob, right, what does it say? Came into the land of the people of the east, right hemisphere of the brain. You'll see this so many times. Right, sits at the right hand of God, casts his net at the right hand. All of these things, you'll see east, right, 7, 12, all of these things will reappear. And it's because it's literally talking about you and how to go through an awakening and how hard it's going to be and the struggles, right? Exodus, when they're crossing the Red Sea, Egypt is your lower mind. Israel is symbolic of the higher mind. And this is why when you're reading Exodus, it always talks about the Israelites' cattle never got messed up when the famine came, but the Egyptians did, and all of this stuff. And it's super cool and really interesting.